Good evening. I hope everyone's doing awesome. So we are on episode 14 now. So it's come a long way. We got some amazing topics to bring to you guys. Always remember to please comment and subscribe to all our channels, our YouTube, our Instagram, our Facebook, TikTok,
Twitter, everything.
We'll keep on bringing some awesome content to you guys. Give us any ideas that you guys may have. Would love to hear from you guys. Doc, go ahead with the topics.
All right, let's get into the topics. Coffee, as always. We got some quotes that we're going to break down. We have a Would You Rather. Talking WWE, big weekend. We have WrestleMania.
Yes, sir.
NBA, as always. NCAA. We have the national championship coming up. And we're talking about something different this time. We have a little segment basically saying, talk when you hear a better player than this week will be James Harden.
Okay, perfect.
All right, let's get into the coffee.
Coffee. So today
Where's
we went
the
to
coffee from?
Cups and Chai. So I was looking, changing it from a Monday morning where everybody's open to a Sunday night. It's sort of hard to find.
Difficult.
Yeah, a little difficult during Ramadan to find something open.
Oh, yeah.
Cups and Chai actually has different hours during this month. So they're open till 12. Walked in. The owner was awesome. I took some pictures. They'll be up here. They're very clean building. The owner was great. Let's give it a shot. I got 3 of them: the Karak Coffee, cinnamon chai, and the dirty chai.
Let's do it.
So I think this first one that I have over here by me was the Karak Coffee. There you go, sir.
I'm pumped.
See what it's like. And this was already just pre-mixed, pre-everything. I didn't have to add anything to it. I just told them give it as you serve it.
Give me the car.
Let's see how it is.
It's an interesting taste.
I like that.
I like it too. It's good. It's not too. It has a milky taste, but it's
Little
not
bit.
too milky.
A little bit, but that aftertaste is coffee. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
you
coffee
can taste-
chocolate.
Yeah, like a hot chocolate, but not a hot chocolate.
Yeah, he got that coffee kick at the end, which is good. Very
I
good.
like it.
6'2".
Give me 6'8".
Yeah, 6'2". This is good. I can go back and get more.
This is good.
I'm gonna save that for a little bit. I'm sure I'll have it. What's the next one over here, bud?
We have the
cinnamon
cinnamon
chai.
chai.
Cinnamon chai. There you go, sir. I'm not gonna know which one. I'm just gonna be drinking from ones later and not know what the hell I'm getting.
You ready?
Yeah, as ready as ever. Let's go.
I'm not a fan of
I'm
this
not a
one.
chai guy.
I am not a cinnamon guy either.
No, I'm a
so
cinnamon guy. It just tastes a little too sweet.
I'm a cinnamon toast crunch guy. That's about it.
It's a little too sweet for me. Yeah, I can't do chai. I love the coffee though.
Yeah.
The coffee was good.
I can't do that.
5'2".
Give me a 5.
Yeah, 5'2". I would give that.
And then we
So
got a dirty
first,
chai.
yeah, dirty chais. I'm assuming we would like it. That's that first one over there. I'm assuming we would like it just because it has that shot of espresso in there. So we ain't sleeping tonight. Let's see how that one
Let's
is.
do it. Yeah, see, I'm not a chai guy at all.
No, I could do that one.
I don't like that.
That's better.
strong.
That's better.
Very
But I'm
strong at the
yeah,
end.
that's why I like that strong taste at the end.
Yeah?
I really like that strong taste at the end. So if I was at a 6'2" for the first one, I believe I'll be at about a 6'3" for this one.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be a 6'3" for this
I'm
one.
going solid 6 here.
Yeah. No, that's and
One of
that's
my favorites, the Karak.
the Karak. Yeah.
Karaks.
Yeah, that was for sure. But no, I think I'll take this dirty chai over the Karak. But
Would you?
it would be interchangeable because they're both. So you want a little bit sweeter, you go with the Karak. You want a little bit just stronger, you go with the dirty chai.
Yeah.
Dirty chai was good.
I feel you.
Let's get in some quotes here.
All right. We
So-
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quotes that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, I really like these ones. I've seen this in here, and we'll go through the first 3. You say the next 2, and then we'll get into them like we did the past couple weeks.
Let's do it.
Be there for others, but never leave yourself behind.
You like that one?
Yeah. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Write your sad times in sand. Write your good times in stone.
A will always finds a way. Next one, keep your eyes on the stars, but your feet on the ground.
Yep.
So let's talk about this first one. Be there for others, but never leave yourself behind. What do you take from that?
I was very, very guilty of this forever. I don't think I started what I used to find, sort of selfish and greedy before, where I always put others in front of me. And I'd always put myself on the back burner for others. Just got me burned after burned after burned after burned.
100%.
And this really talked to me just because I experienced this drastically, where it was, it's okay to be quote unquote selfish at times, especially when it's making your means, your family, your bubble better. So I became better at this once I had kids and once I had my wife and all that, to see the bigger picture that way of it's okay to be selfish sometimes in regards to what's good for you as well. You don't want to be an ass about it, but you need to be to the point where you have to, look at it on all angles and sort of say, hey, this is where I want to go with it and this is for me.
Kind of help me help
you. But at the same time, it's like, it's hard to sort of put this into words without sounding like just a selfish jerk, but sometimes you have to be. Yeah. And I think I had the hardest time with that for the longest time.
Because at the end of the day, in order to help someone, you need to be okay as well.
Yeah.
Because if you're no good, you can't help anyone. And that's how I take that.
And you say that, and that brings up what I usually tell patients, especially the moms. The moms, man, they put everybody in front of themselves. They put their kids, their significant others, their parents, their siblings, the moms put everybody in front of themselves.
Moms don't worry about themselves until they have to.
And that's why, like, even as patients, when we have moms come in and they're struggling, and they don't come in until they're like practically in tears. And the question I always ask them is, okay, but if you're not taking care of you, who's going to be there to take care of the others?
Yeah.
So you got to put yourself first at times. You have to. Next one was a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. How do you take that?
I think we could relate this to life. An easy life doesn't make somebody an expert at everything. Rather, when you have obstacles in life, you're a lot better off with life because you can go ahead and go multiple directions. You're more, I don't want to say skilled, but you're more adapted to difficulties, so you can basically get out of them.
Yeah. And being educated versus being knowledgeable, you have the real life experiences. And I think just having those years of experience just plays such a huge role. Like, look at where you were a year ago till now, where I was 5 years ago till now.
Big difference.
I mean, there's huge difference. So I think the ups and downs are going to just make you stronger. We've been saying this since week one.
For sure. Our downs make us stronger as people.
Yeah, we've been saying this since week one. It was just a matter of don't let your down bury you.
For sure. It's like the ups in life. Yeah, they're amazing. Everyone's around you for the ups. But when you're going downhill, majority of the time, the only people that are by you are the ones that love you and care about you.
Yeah.
But those are the moments you look back at and be like, okay, I came back from this. Yeah. So this next little thing isn't as big as the thing previous, so I can come back from that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and that's a teacher at the end of the day.
Exactly. Write your sad times in the sand. Write your good times in stone. How do you take that?
Sad times should be, I know you always say this. You say short-term memory. Short-term memory where it's like if something sad happens or something upsets you, just put it behind you and keep on paddling. But the good times, don't brush the good times away. Celebrate the good times because in life, there's not always going to be good times. So make sure, even though it's not a huge good thing, if it's a good thing,
still celebrate
that. Still because appreciate that as well. And don't take that for granted at all.
Yeah, and that's exactly, I was going to say short-term memory. I mean, that's basically what I was going to say there, and we got into this forgive and forget. Always forgive. I'll never forget type deal, you know, and it's just a matter of same thing as this, just short-term memory. You're going to get knocked down, write the bad times in the sand where it's erasable. It's not going to be there
100%.
forever. It's the next one here.
A will always finds a way.
Will always finds a way. It's a matter of, are you going to put in the hard work? Are you going to put in the effort? Are you going to give it 100%? And if you are, you'll find your way. I think that's, what we preach 24/7 to our patients, my kids that we coach or anything along those lines. If you have the strong will to do it and not buckle and fold, then you'll move forward. You'll keep on going forward. You won't have to take a step back.
For sure. I look at this like if you're a dog, you're a dog. It doesn't matter what situation you're in.
Yeah.
They could put you in the worst situation ever, but if you have that will and that power, you're going to break out of it and you're going to find something that's going to go your way eventually.
Exactly. And I'm the type, pull my back against the wall. When I'm comfortable, I become complacent.
When you're comfortable, you don't grow.
I don't like being complacent. I don't grow. Yeah, I don't like being comfortable. So put my back against the wall because that's where my will comes out even more, and I'll get through it. And I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I have problems throughout, right? But I tend to forget those, and I just remember the outcome. But yeah, it's always a struggle, but it's just how to get out of it.
Yeah, because if you have to make it, you got to make it.
You got to make it.
No matter what you do.
Yeah.
You're going to make it.
You got to do it. Keep your eyes on the stars, put your feet on the ground. Why do you love it?
I feel like in life, us as people, we always want to strive to be great and like do multiple things at once. But we also have to be real with ourselves. Where it's like, our chiropractic world, for example, like say I want to open up multiple locations and all of that stuff. At the end of the day, back to the quote we said last time. I think it was the don't sail out too far type thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, comes back to that. At the end of the day, if you have certain tasks that you're not finishing, you're not going to be successful.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what's next? What's next? Finish what's in front of you, basically.
Yeah. So, and I read basically the same way, different words is, always dream big, always have your eyes on the horizon, seeing where you want to go and where you want to leap to, but understand that you're going to have to walk there. You're not going to leap there. You're not going to fly there. It's going to be an uphill battle and have your end goal. But just make it where it's attainable and able to get there, and find your will to get there. Yeah. For me, these were all great to me, and they really spoke to the way that we go about things. And I really, really like those.
I feel like these were personal.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. I like those a lot. Would you rather? Who goes first? I don't know. I think I am.
I think it's your turn. Yeah.
Is it?
I always go first.
Okay. Let's do it. Would you rather be healthy, happy, or wealthy?
Healthy, happy, or wealthy? Give me healthy, because health is wealth at the end of the day.
But then you can't be happy.
I can't be happy? I mean, if I'm not healthy, I can't be happy. I'm going to die eventually. I'm going to die a lot sooner than if I was healthy. Okay. So I'm going healthy, because at the end of the day, your health is everything. Yeah. Your health is the number one thing in the world, where if you don't make time for it, it'll make you make time for it. Where I'm going health all day. Health is something you can't buy. I mean, obviously you could do like certain aspects and do like recovery and all that. Yeah. But if there's something wrong with you and you're not healthy, then you're not healthy.
You're not healthy. Yeah.
I think health is very underappreciated.
Yeah. Take it for granted.
100%. And I don't think we realize what our health is until something big happens. Yeah. And we're like, oh my God, I'm sick. Or oh my God, I need to go towards this route or that route. But health for sure.
How do you define wealth?
Depends.
No. What's your definition? What do you mean
my personal definition?
Yeah.
So wealth to me, that's a good one. So wealth to me is basically the aspect of, I personally, like if I have a good family in front of me, good friends, it's not about money. As long as I'm comfortable, I feel like that's the number one thing. If I'm healthy, my family's good, and I'm doing all right, I'm wealthy.
See, and that's exactly it. And that's why, like, for me, when I read that, my head jumped to health right away. And then I'm like, but wait, like my definition of wealth is being comfortable financially, having my health, having my family healthy around me. For sure. That's my definition of wealth. Like everyone has a different definition of wealth.
I think wealth is very complex. Yeah. That's why I took a minute to answer that. I'm like, a lot
of people hear wealthy and they just think money. Yeah,
it's not about the money.
I don't see that. It's about the money. It's more comfort. So at that point, I'm like, I think I would take wealth over the health, because I feel like the wealthiness has happiness and health in there, in my definition at least, and that's where I would go wealth, because for me that encompasses all three. And that's why I had a hard time, like, which one would I pick, because I kept on going between healthy and wealthy.
But you could probably still be wealthy even though you're not healthy, correct?
Yeah.
Obviously, it depends how you define it.
How you define wealth. Yeah, it's very, very subjective.
So
and that's
it's tough.
And that's why I brought that, because I wanted to know what your definition of wealth was at that point.
I don't know. I feel like health is the number one thing.
Yeah, could be. What's yours? Go ahead, give it to me.
Would you rather be able to speak 5 different languages fluently, or have the ability to communicate with animals?
5 different languages.
Really?
No doubt.
Come on, man.
No doubt.
Really?
No doubt,
You don't talk to animals?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I just never had the desire. I've always wanted to be, I'm sort of bilingual. My Arabic is strong, which is not great. I don't read and write. But man, if I could be 5 languages and talk 5 different groups, because nothing frustrates me more in work.
Having
that language barrier. It just annoys me, because there's so much that I could be explaining, even in Arabic. I could explain so much, but then the English comes out because I don't know Arabic like that. Yeah. So it's like I can't get my message across the way I want to.
What you want to say, but you can't say what you're thinking. I can't say it,
and it bothers the hell out of me on a daily basis.
But you've never wondered, like, what an animal's thinking?
No.
Really?
I swear to God, no.
Like, I have a cat, and I always look at him like,
maybe that's why I've never had a pet.
That's probably what it is.
That's got to be. That's probably why I answered it so quickly, because I've never had a pet. You know what I'm saying? So it's more or less like, no, I would that daily basis and that daily struggle of me just trying to communicate with some patients that have that language barrier, and I'm just like, I wish that wasn't there. Like,
I would love to communicate with animals, man.
That would be yours?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Like, imagine I had the ability to talk to my cat. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Go get me a bottle of water.
Dr. Doolittle. Dr. Doolittle, man. That's what it is. We had WrestleMania this weekend. Did you watch any of it?
I watched a couple fights.
Couple fights?
I watched Mysterio. I watched the Flair fight.
Okay. That was a freaking ridiculous fight. That was nuts. Yeah, so it started off Austin Theory and Cena. And last week when I was saying, hey, you know, does Cena actually lay down and pass the torch? And he did. Austin Theory defeated Cena. Cena was like admiring fans when he did the 5-knuckle shuffle. Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, he's going to be a part-timer. He's coming in once or twice a year probably. It was time for him to pass the torch.
I just didn't like how that was planned out.
What do you mean?
Like the whole submission, ref not looking. I feel like
that's what he was telling me.
Really?
Yeah. Street Profits win the Fatal 4-Way, which was, dude, a beast of a fight. Like, I hate these tag team matches. I'm not a big fan of them. I don't know their names. Viking something, okay? Those big dudes are ridiculous. I'm talking about jumping off the top rope, freaking backflips. They were unbelievable to watch.
Athletic, huh?
Yeah, they were very, very athletic. Montez Ford is the dude with the Street Profits. His athleticism.
He needs a solo run.
He needs a solo run. Like he needs that solo run. If you watched him, you'll be like, he's just special. Like you watch him nonstop and just say, hey, your eyes would be on him with all the 8 guys in the ring. Your eyes was on him for what's the next thing that he's going to be doing. So I think he could make that run. What was the next?
Seth Rollins defeats Logan Paul.
Yeah,
that was a good fight.
Yeah. Did you see his entrance?
I did. Oh, him flying in? Yeah, I just
scared the living day. I had like PTSD from that.
All from
Owen Hart.
Owen Hart,
late 90s, fell and passed like on a pay-per-view, and I'm watching it, and I swear to God, my heart is like in my throat. Like, please don't fall.
In the 90s?
Yeah.
Man, you're that old?
Yeah, very old. Please don't fall. Please don't. You're still a twinkle in your dad's eye, huh? I was like, please don't fall. It was driving me crazy. But the predictability of the KSI.
You knew that was coming.
Bro, my 8-year-old nephew was like, "Hey, that's KSI in the prime suit. He's gonna come out. Watch." And I'm like, "Yeah, yep." And that's exactly what happened. And it turned on him. So it's just, that's where it's like it gets so frustrating just watching it, because you watch it just like you could predict it, sort of like foreshadowing in a movie. But there's some characters in there that are just phenomenal. And just watching their athletic capability is just it's great.
He got tossed to the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like so slow.
Did you watch it where Rollins was sort of like kept on grabbing back at him? It was
so slow.
And just sort of waiting and waiting. Like, and then he started, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't played out well.
Clearly Logan seen him on the table and he still jumped.
He still jumped. Well, Logan made it like he was still drinking from his prime before he was jumping. Becky Lynch, Trish, and who was it? Becky Lynch, Trish, and Lita defeat Damage Control.
Trish is my heart.
That's your heart right there. They did good, man.
That's my childhood crush.
They did good. They did good. Well, her and Stacy Keibler. Stacy Keibler got into the Hall of Fame, this WWE Hall of Fame this week. Yeah, her and Rey Mysterio, and then a couple other ones that I wasn't familiar with. Yeah, they got
Stacy Keibler was always with Scott something, right?
Scott Steiner? Was it Scott Steiner?
I think he used to always walk in with her.
I don't remember. I really don't remember. Your favorite match? Rey Mysterio and Dominic. Hey, I know you watched it. Give it to me.
That right there, man. Rey's entrance was unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Him riding it with Snoop Dogg, a tribute to Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, and that lowrider.
And the lowrider. Ray takes off his belt and starts whipping Dominic. I'm like, oh my God.
It's every boater dad's dream.
WWE, basically telling kids don't yell at your mama.
That's every boater dad's dream. That's it. That's what it was.
Don't yell at your mama, you can get a spanking.
You can get a spanking. And then he goes up to his mom. His mom smacked the hell out of him.
That I seen that from a mile away.
Oh, of course.
I seen the solo cup.
The solo cup.
I seen that, man.
And that's why I always like when people are like, oh my God, Dominic's so good. I'm like, he's horrible. He doesn't sell it right. And he's just, because at the end of the day, you got to be an actor in this stuff.
He's too much. I feel like he tries the aggressive role way too much, and he's just not.
Oh my God! And his entrance was the corniest thing I've ever seen in my life. His entrance of like coming out of the cop car and with cuffs and in cuffs and all that stuff. And I'm like, dude, like just stop. Like, you're not a badass. Just stop, please.
Bad Bunny saved the day.
He did. And you knew that he was out there. He was gonna do something with that.
Yeah.
Coming on to the next fight, Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair.
That was a
beating.
That was a fight.
That was a nutty fight, and I think my favorite part of the fight was the ending, because Charlotte Flair comes off as like a big B, and everyone hates her, like the Queen Bee, and at the end she like pointed at her and smiled, and like recognition of respect of like, hey, common respect, I'm happy for that. That was pretty cool to actually see that.
That fight looked like a real fight, though.
Dude, it was nuts.
They
sold it well.
Actually,
they sold it well.
Absolutely no planning at all. It looked like an actual fight.
No, they sold it very well. And that's when you see fights like that, you appreciate the crap out of it. When you see fights like the Dominic and Ray or whatever, it's just like, okay, just next fight. On to the next one, please. Still was entertaining to a certain extent, but a more comical entertaining than anything. For sure. This next fight was entertaining the entire time.
Kevin Owens?
Oh my God. Kevin Owens and Sammy Zayn was against the Usos. So I knew last week when I mentioned it that the bloodline's going to come to an end sometime soon. That's the Usos and Roman Reigns. And who was going to, sort of get rid of their belts first. So one of them were up for it. So I know Roman Reigns is fighting right now. I have no idea what's going on. But them losing wasn't a huge surprise.
There's no way Roman loses, though, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I don't know if we'll get an update in the back over there. You guys give us an update. Let us know if he wins or not.
You think the Usos split up?
Yeah. They're going to split them all up. One of the Usos, I always mix them up. Jimmy and Jay, I always mix them up. One of them just always had an issue with Roman. So, yeah, they're going to end up splitting at that point. But Sammy and KO, cool thing about them, man, they've been best friends for like 20 years. They came up together in Quebec. They were wrestling in like basically the Indies there for the longest time. And now they're tag team champions. And you know what's the coolest thing, once again, the ending of the fight. They obviously know the script. They know that they're winning, right? But still the emotions that came about them, like Kevin Owens started crying, and it was like legit. Like you could tell, because you never know. You could know the outcome, but once you feel that emotions of the crowd pop and all that other stuff, it overtook them. It overtook him like crazy. It was pretty cool. Awesome. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Night 2 was tonight. I think I left the house when Edge was still fighting, I believe. Yeah, so quick update on that. Omos and Brock.
That was a crazy thing.
That was
like Brock was like running into him. He wasn't moving at all.
That was huge.
And then he gave him an F5. I'm like, holy moly, how'd you get him up there?
3 suplexes and F5. And he got him up there. And
Brock needs to see a chiropractor, though.
Yeah, did you see that?
He's like holding his back.
And I was just like, okay, it was good. But it is what it is. It was a 5 to 7 minute heavyweight match. Yeah, it wasn't going to be anything more than that. They can't carry it like that. Brock could get in the longer matches, but he wasn't going to do it with this guy. Like, there was no way. He doesn't have the stamina for that. Next one, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler took home the win in the 4-way tag team. It was a 4-way tag team. It was quick. It wasn't quick, no, but it was just all over the place. This next one, Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre, dude, they were just 3 beasts.
Slugfest.
It was just unreal. Like, I've never seen so many chest chops in one match. It was probably close to about 100.
Really?
No, yeah.
It was more than that Flair fight?
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen a lot of chest chops there.
Sheamus chest chopped McIntyre 30 times consecutive. So that just tells you that already took 30 of them out the way.
That's awesome.
So it was just, they all went home basically their chest burnt red. Like, it was just, and you've seen like the blood vessels popping on their chest. It was crazy.
That's funny.
Asuka and Bianca Belair for the women's champion. I think Bianca Belair ended up holding that. Oh, she was in a freaking armbar on the floor, and she's strong as hell. Like, she's built, she's huge, just built. And she reversed the armbar, picked her up off the ground to put her on her back, and did her, I forget what it's called, kiss of death, KOD. It was like, crazy. It was, the strength of that was just phenomenal. Who won this next match? Oh, Shane McMahon. Did you see that?
I did not.
Comes back all excited. Poor guy. Comes back all excited, running in. Him and Snoop Dogg and The Miz were in the ring.
The Miz, man, they keep doing him dirty.
Yeah, they keep doing him dirty. Always, man. He's whatever. But he comes running back, ready to fight The Miz. He threw Miz against the ropes, did an undertuck where he fell on. Miz went over him. Then he tried to do basically a frog hop where he's over his head. Landed goofy, busted his knee. It was bad. Bad. And then Snoop improvised, punched Miz in the face, and
Snoop looked like a Cheeto.
he looked so bad. He looked horrible. He looked so bad.
Cheeto,
so
man.
it was a good comedic relief, but it was, it got done. He did the people's elbow, but Shane, he finally comes back all excited, and then I think the way he looked at it, and Miz was trying to go back on him because he thought he was acting, and Shane was like, no, legit, like, stop. Yeah, he was really hurt. He was worried about it. Next fight, I think we were on the road.
Man, you see Edge?
Yeah, dude's a beast. Dude's a beast.
old.
Yeah,
Old,
he
but
is.
still a monster.
I think he'll be done soon.
Think so?
They've been waiting for the Demon to come out. That's Finn Balor's like super character, whatever it is, for a while. So the announcer, as they're winning, I was driving, listening to it. He said, "In the City of Angels, Edge defeats the Demon." I was like, we got to write that in. That's awesome. That's great.
Right away, like, put
that in. So that was good. It was a good match. Hell in a Cell. I watched parts of it, but I missed the majority of it as well. On to the NBA.
Man,
Get in your standings.
We got the East. We got number 1 Bucks, 2 Celtics, 3 Philly, 4 Cleveland. Cleveland's been hot. Donovan Mitchell's on a tear.
Yep.
5 Knicks, 6 Brooklyn, 7 Miami, 8 Atlanta. We'll stop there. The West is what's very interesting. You got 1 Denver, 2 Memphis, 3 Kings, 4 Suns. But just pay attention to where the Suns are at.
Yeah.
And look where the Lakers are at now. The Lakers are the 7th seed. This picture was from the morning. So they're 7th now. They're at 40 and 38. Then the 4th seed's 42 and 35.
Yeah.
Like it's up for the taking. So the Lakers are a game and a half away from the Clippers, and they're a game away from the Warriors. So I don't know how this is going to end. I just hope the Lakers don't end up in the play-in.
You don't think they will? Or you don't want them to?
I don't want them to.
Don't want them to.
I think there's 4 more games. Their schedule doesn't look bad because they play the next game. I'm not sure, but the game after that, they play the Clippers.
Okay.
So that could be a standing situation there.
So looking at it, how real is Denver? Legit.
I feel like Denver is really good. I feel like a lot of times when Jokic was in the playoff run, he'd lose a couple of his players, specifically Jamal Murray was never at his full health.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think they can make a run, but I don't want to play the Lakers if I'm in Denver.
That's what I'm saying. I just feel like the top 2 are beatable. Right? So I just looking at the standings. And
The
I know,
top 3.
And I know you don't want to be in the play-in, right?
I do not know.
But looking at the top 2 in particular, because if you're 8th seed, you're playing the top 2. I just see the top 2 where 8th seed might be the best draft, the best pick at that point. Yeah, you got to play the play-in, but Denver I think is beatable in a series.
7 games.
Same with Memphis, beatable in a series. Then you're not seeing Phoenix or the Warriors until the Western Conference Championship. So I think whoever has that 8th seed has one of the easier ways to the Western Conference Championship.
Yeah.
Because Suns and Warriors are going to beat up each other. Then the Clippers are going to be in there as well. They're going to, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that middle of the way, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're going to beat the crap out of each other.
So it'd be 1 and 8.
1 and 8.
2 and 7. 3 and 6.
4 and 5. See what I'm saying?
4 and 5 would be nasty.
Yeah, so at 4 and 5,
Having one of those teams eliminated that early.
That's what I'm saying. If
God.
being an 8th seed might be the best thing for them at that point, for anybody, because you do have an easier path. Because if you and then I think they reseed. So not reseed, I'm sorry, but you always play the lowest. So say Denver wins, or say the Lakers win and the Grizzlies win against the Pelicans, right? If it is the way it stands, well, then the Lakers end up playing the Grizzlies.
I don't think they reseed in NBA.
No, they don't reseed. You just play the highest seed.
Yeah.
So the highest seed plays the lowest seed, no matter what, whoever's left.
I'd play the Kings if I was the Lakers.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying if I get into 6, I'll play the Kings all day.
Yeah.
The Kings stink.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But though the 8, 6, and 7,
I do
those
not want to be in the play.
You don't want to be in the plan. Yeah, you don't want that one game. You don't want that one
lose
game.
that one game, you're done.
You're done. Yeah. I get it, but it's still it's being
Get me
there.
out of the play-in, man.
If I'm Phoenix,
I'm already stressed out.
If I'm Phoenix, I might want to take a 4-game skid right now and just say, you know what? Give me that 7th seed. Give me the hell away from the Warriors.
Yeah, I don't.
Or if I'm the Warriors, same thing. Give me the hell away from the Phoenix Suns if KD's healthy.
That's going 7 games.
That's going 7 games.
Maybe 6, but
I'm just saying, like that. I would get the hell out of that spot.
Yeah, no,
if I was them,
I'm not.
I would look at look at that matchup and be like, no, thank you, no, thank you.
But there's a lot to change, man.
There is.
It's so close where it's going to move around so
There
much.
is.
So we'll keep you guys up to date with that.
And I'm still looking at the East, man. Like you said, Milwaukee and Boston are still your top 2. Those are still your heavy hitters that could sort of come in and just wreck anybody.
Yeah.
What's this new collective bargaining agreement?
So a couple of days ago, they agreed. Some of the biggest key points from that is as early as next season, they could start a mid-season tournament.
Okay.
I don't know how that would happen.
Okay.
I know middle of the season, something would happen tournament-wise. There's no details about it.
Okay.
Just a tournament mid-season.
Okay.
I think they're doing too much. I like how the NBA is going right now because they just added the play-in like 3 years ago.
Yeah, the plan was great.
Just stick with that for now and build off that.
Well, I think it's just
A tournament, I just don't see how.
Do you think the All-Star break was that much of a bust? No? I mean, would they do away with the All-Star break?
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think they would try to implement this in the actual regular season. Like it wouldn't be like a span of a break. It would be in the season.
That's weird. I
So
don't know.
maybe they mess with the amount of games, 82 games, go from like 82 to
Whatever.
who knows, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. Something else they added though is a 65 games minimum needs to be played in order to be considered for MVP or a NBA All-NBA team.
I like that.
I like that too.
I like that. I mean, you got to be there.
You have to.
You want to get those awards, you should be there.
You have
majority
to.
of the time.
That's a good one. They also added something else. NBA extensions are now allowed to go up to 140% from the previous 120%. A big signing coming up is Jaylen Brown, so he could benefit from that.
Yeah.
They also added something else. NBA players are now allowed to use marijuana.
Really?
Yeah. So they're not tested for marijuana anymore.
Really?
They're allowed to use it.
Well, it's legal in how many states?
Yeah, and
You know what I'm saying?
I saw a meme. It was like J.R. Smith looking to see what team he's trying to go back to.
Yeah. That was the Blazing Blazers back in the late 90s. I mean, that's what they were known for. They got suspended so many times just because of freaking smoking weed.
Yeah, but
That's
now
crazy.
it's going to be allowed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, it's just like the world today where all these states are allowing it. So just it's whatever
Yeah, I mean,
at
I
this
still,
point, you know?
I mean, whatever. To each their own with that one. I don't know how much I agree with it, but at the same
whatever.
time, it's it's them, their
Up to them,
decisions.
man. They're grown men.
Yeah, your Mavs, man. Not really your Mavs, but
My
what the hell's
Mavs.
going on with them?
They're 7-10 since the Kyrie trade.
Yeah,
I don't know if
'cause-
you've seen the last game, like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Kyrie fouled Trey Young with like 1.9 seconds left. They went
really,
and shot free throws. They won the game.
really.
They're on a skid, man.
Yeah, they're not doing good. They're probably gonna be out of the play.
They're 11th seed. Man.
I really wanted that to work. I really did.
It's not going to.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Kyrie's gone next season.
Yeah, he's out.
He'll probably end up in LA. I hope he goes to LA.
I think he will be.
D'Angelo Russell got hurt today.
Did he?
Yeah, I don't know, man. This guy just got there, you know?
he's good though.
He's got hurt like 3 times,
Yeah, yeah.
which is like, I would love to see Kyrie and LeBron again.
I think Kyrie would love to see Kyrie and LeBron again.
I mean, Kyrie
That's-
hasn't done anything since Bron.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. He hasn't at all. That's what I'm saying. I think Luka will be happy with Kyrie being gone. They're just too much of the same. I don't know what's going on with
player,
them.
and like as soon as they went there, I'm like, where the heck's the defense?
Yeah.
You have 2 guys doing the same exact thing. They're both
Yeah.
closers.
Yeah, yeah,
I knew that wasn't gonna work, man.
yeah. We had the Hall of Fame class. I like
Man.
this.
Greg Pop, Paul
Pop
Gasol,
was unreal.
Dirk,
Yep.
Tony P, D Wade, and Becky Hamlin.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a great class.
Congrats to them.
That's a great class. I mean, Pop was just for how long? The 90s, early 2000s was just the beast. His team was in there. His team was in there.
He's
Plain simple.
arguably one of the best
Just
coaches ever in
consistent.
NBA history.
Yeah. I mean,
Paul Gasol got in there.
Paul was
Wade.
good. I liked his speech with everything with Kobe and all that other stuff. I think that was a couple weeks ago, right?
100%.
Yeah, so he was
You got
good.
Dirk, and then you got the combo of Tony P and Greg.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome how they
yeah,
put that
that was
together.
nice. That was nice.
Also
NCAA.
Becky
Go
Hamlin
ahead.
too from the Spurs.
Yeah. NCAA.
Did you see that shot?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Explain it.
It was crazy. So I guess UConn went, or not UConn, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Florida went. There was like 13 seconds left. There was like 8 seconds left in the shot clock or whatever, something around that. Florida player went for a layup, missed. San Diego State got the rebound. They had a timeout. They did not call the timeout. They pushed all the way, and they hit a mid-ranger for the game.
Really? Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't call the timeout.
It was a
though.
good game. It was a
But
good game.
if he missed that, how much things would that coach
Oh
get
my God.
for not calling that timeout?
The same thing happens.
He
in
would've been under the
NFL.
burner.
Yeah. Same thing ever happens everywhere. It's just you're a hero or you're just a villain, and it worked out for him to be the hero.
But man, imagine just hitting that shot.
Yeah, I know.
That feeling.
I know. Now we got what? UConn and San Diego State.
Yeah, who you got?
4 and 5 seed. UConn.
I want San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been playing hot.
A lot of momentum after that shot. I want San Diego.
Yeah, I mean UConn's been the only consistent thing through this entire March Madness this year.
Yeah.
I don't know what's been this year. It's your first year paying attention to it?
Yeah, you said it was the wrong year to pay attention to.
Yeah, it was the wrong year to pay attention to, but it worked. It worked out. Okay, what do we got here going
You
in
see the
here?
women's NCAA? You see who won?
No, I didn't.
LCU won the championship.
Did they?
LSU, I'm sorry.
LSU? Did they?
won the championship, yes.
No, I didn't see that. I did not see that at all. So what do we got here? You said you wanted to do, what was this?
So basically, I'll talk when I hear a better player than James Harden.
Okay.
So I have no idea who you're picking.
Okay.
So hit me.
I'll give you a couple easy ones to begin.
Let's do it. Let's
see. All right.
I'm going to shut up now.
CJ McCollum, Franz Wagner, Zach LaVine, Brandon Beal, or Bradley Beal, sorry. Porzingis, Draymond. I'm sorry, I'm just still going down here. Mikal Bridges, Brooke Lopez, Aaron Gordon, DeMar DeRozan, Julius Randle, Drew Holiday, Jalen Brunson, Trae Young. Sorry, I'm getting there. Devin Booker.
I'm going Book.
Book. Okay.
Book's close. I don't know. I'm probably going Book. I don't want your son to be my ass. I'm going Book.
All right. And now this is one that you're going to hate on, but I don't know what you're going to do. Zion.
No, Harden. Harden's better than
Don't
Zion.
talk. Don't talk.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Keep it quiet. Come on now. Paul George. All right. Surprise. Kyrie.
Kyrie.
Okay. Bam. Adebayo. Jimmy Butler. I would put him ahead. Yeah, I would. Siakam. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Anthony Davis.
Yeah. Healthy AD. Yeah.
Okay. Kawhi.
Yeah.
Sabonis. Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
I like Jalen a lot.
I like Jalen a lot, man.
He's only like 25.
Yeah, I would put him ahead.
I think. I don't know.
I would definitely put him ahead. Donovan Mitchell.
He will be, but not now.
Okay. Ja. Dame.
Yeah,
I was saying Dame. You're about to say no to Dame. Come on now.
I was just looking at your shirt.
Oh, leave my shirt alone, man. You like picking out my shirt. It's another WrestleMania shirt from last year.
Bloodline?
The bloodline, baby. It's the bloodline. They're going to be broken apart soon, but yeah, bloodline.
You got to throw the shirt away.
I will have to be. Steph.
Who's that?
Stop. Yeah. All right, two different players, two different styles. Joel Embiid.
Embiid's a beast.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Tatum. I know that's your baby.
Tatum monster.
Okay. Luka.
Yeah, I'll go Luka.
Okay, I thought you were about to say no. And
He's
I was
not a winner, though, but that's fine.
How's he not a winner?
He hasn't won shit.
He's still... Stop.
He hasn't won anything.
Stop.
How do you become a winner?
He'll get there.
How do you become a winner?
He'll get there. He'll start winning.
So you're telling me...
You always say basketball's a game of runs.
You're telling me... Yeah.
Right?
I'm talking
he could go on, he could go, yeah, but he could go on runs as well.
So in order to be a winner, you have to what?
No, of course, win.
You have to, okay, thank you. We're done.
But
you must win. He hasn't won?
He hasn't won yet. He could.
So
he's still got a lot of time in his career.
Is Kyrie, in your mind, a top 5 player in the NBA right now?
Top 5?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
Top 10?
10 to 15.
Oh, no.
Right now?
No, I'm
not talking about overall. I'm talking about right now.
Right now?
Yes.
Tomorrow? The day after?
Yes.
6 days
No,
ago?
because I would put Joker ahead of him. I'll put Giannis ahead of him. You would put Luka ahead of him. You put Tatum ahead of him.
Okay,
Joel Embiid ahead of him.
5,
KD.
6.
Steph Curry. Who else do we got? Dame. John Morant, maybe. LeBron.
He's top 10
Donovan Mitchell.
Sure. No. I'm taking Kyrie over Mitchell.
Not this year. You're talking about overall.
Overall.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm talking about right now.
He's a top 10
as it
player
stands.
overall, right?
Of what era? Of this era, maybe.
Yeah, top 10. You're telling me you can't win with a top 10 player?
You mean to tell me that? What did he do without being with LeBron and winning? He won with LeBron. That was it.
Did you see his stats though?
He won. Did you see Luka's
performed
stats?
as good as LeBron, if not better.
Luka's stats have been unreal.
He hasn't won though.
They're the same player.
He hasn't won.
They're the same exact player.
You want to be a winner? Show me.
Let Luka go join freaking LeBron or any All-Star at that point.
It won't work.
It would work just fine.
Because LeBron's the GOAT. He can play with anyone.
The hell out of here. All right. What else we got here?
Oh, our mugs.
Oh, yeah.
Patient got us these.
Patient got us these mugs.
Very nice of him.
Let me just see this real quick.
Thank you for the mug.
We got those mugs, and I want to keep on adding in more of these mugs. Anybody out there that has any designs in mind, You guys let us know. That's our mugs right now. I want to add some different ones.
Like a
I
different
don't know
logo?
what. Yeah, I don't know. Not a different logo. I like our logo.
A different mug?
With different type of mug, different style mug. How to get it on those?
Yeah. How do you get it on this?
Something along those lines. So yeah, I'd love to do that. Thank you guys all for tuning in.
Oh yeah.
That's been our show for today. Doc,
please always
close out.
like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, shoot us a DM. We'll answer it. Thank you for your support and continue to support so we can bring out more content. Thank you so much.